I know I have like dating content and stuff on here, but I actually really don't date. I just talk about my life and my experiences and whatnot that are just like, all different kinds of experiences. Notably narcissistic abuse and stuff like that, because I've had a lot of that with family members and stuff that I do not talk to. Heavy on the no contact. But I wanted to talk about why I don't date. Because it's not like the generic, oh, I just want to focus on me, da da da. Like, it's there's some stuff going on that people need to be more aware of, and I guess I'll use my experience as an example. So when you see videos about like people being targeted and stuff on here, I don't know if I'm the only one who gets that on my feed, but when you see things about people being targeted and how like the government will target certain people, it's absolutely true. I used to think that you had to be like an A-list celebrity and stuff like that for certain organizations to like pay attention to you, but you could just really be a regular person. And I think because I was like rubbing elbows with people who were in gangs, I guess I'll call it Scientology gangs, I was like rubbing elbows with people. I never joined anything. If I ever had like any type of initiation, it was not with my knowledge, types of stuff like that, types of that nature. And, this was mainly when I was doing makeup and stuff like that. And so, I ended up not really doing that at some point, but I noticed that I was being watched very heavily. And I used to go in the city a lot for work mostly. And every single time I would be in Midtown, and this was always also like on my way back to the trains because I don't live in the city. So like I would go in, and then on my walk, because I'm an autistic person, and I know I say this in every video, I'm autistic, but I don't like trains. I actually really don't like trains, especially the underground trains. I don't like subways. I walk. If I can't Uber or something, I will walk. I only take subways and stuff if I'm running like super late, and that's the fastest way to get there. Or like the only way that I can get somewhere without being late is by taking the train. Yeah, it's like I hate the subway, so I'm always like, no matter, because I used to work in Soho, and I'd walk from Midtown to Soho. You know what I mean? Like I don't like the trains, especially the underground ones. They creep me out. I think there's something like really really creepy going on down there. I don't like the energy. You know what I mean? I just don't like the energy. So yeah, I would be walking. I would be walking back from wherever I was in the city that day. And always like in Midtown, like Times Square area, I would say like on Broadway type of thing. And it was always in the same area. And this was years ago, by the way. This was like over like 5 years ago type of thing. I would get approached by some random dude. It was like between 6th Ave and Broadway in Times Square area. And it was always like in that same spot. I would, and like on my way back, never going to wherever I was going, just always on my walk back, I would start being approached by a dude. And the dude would be like very like aggressive or whatever, like trying to like hit on me or whatever. And it would annoy me. Honestly, it would like annoy me. I finally had it when one of the guys like wouldn't take no for an answer, and he like tried to kiss me. Like there was this dude who like, that was my final straw, was like when finally one of these guys like tried like getting like physical with me, like despite the fact that I was like dodging him, and I literally just met you and I have no idea who you are, like that's when I finally had it. He asked for my number. I was straight up was just like, no, bye. And like that's when I finally had it. And I really really suspect that these men were sent to me. Like it wasn't like an organic, like they saw me, they liked what they saw, and they just like decided to do their thing. And as I said in a previous video, like I don't like to turn down men rudely, because I am very pro men should approach women. I'm very pro that movement, so I don't like to discourage guys from approaching. Like the only time I'll be rude is if you approach me in a rude manner, I will be rude back. But like if I felt like you're like generally respectful about it, I'm not going to be like rude or mean to you if I'm not interested. But yeah, like this guy, I had it, and I really suspect, I really suspect that these men were like sent to me. So even though I suspected that these weren't like organic encounters, I was like, I don't think that this is real, So I had gotten the sense that this gang had gotten access to my notes app, because I would like use my notes app as a diary. I'm big on writing. I've always been like I was almost an English major and stuff in college, but like that was like not a good idea. But like you shouldn't do like liberal arts majors unless you're either a nepo baby or you're combining that with pre-med or pre-law. That's not like the thing to do. So like, I wasn't going to do that, but like I really enjoyed writing and stuff like that. That was always my thing. So I like kept a diary kind of like in my notes app. And I suspected that this gang had hacked into my phone because here, like, it's a kind of like a long story where I was living with a woman who was definitely a member, and she was a narcissist, and she ordered me to give me her phone and take the password off, and she would go through my entire phone. Like, this woman had access to my entire phone, and ever since then, like, weird stuff has been going on with my phone, even after I changed my phone twice. But yeah, I had suspected, I had heavily suspected that my phone has been hacked into and someone can read my notes app, diary thing. So I wrote in my notes app, after this dude tried to kiss me, and I was like, I wrote my notes app, stop sending me these men. Stop sending them to me. And what happens? They stop I don't have this problem anymore. Walking back to the train station, getting approached by some dude. I never had that problem ever since. That has never happened to me. Ever since I wrote in my notes app, stop sending me these men, I've never had that problem. And this is what I want to say about the dating sites too, because I had seen a video about how they hire people. The dating, for example, Hinge or something will hire, people to be a part of the website. So that, people get matches and stuff like that just for, productivity and stuff. And I had suspected that, when I had done the sugar daddy thing, for fun, which I thought was going to be fun. I don't know why I thought that would be fun. I noticed that, if I talked to one guy, he seemed to know all of the other guys that I was also talking to. And I would talk to one guy and it wouldn't work out. And then they would send me, a million other guys who looked just like him and even lived in his area. It was very, very eerie. Imagine, you talk to one guy briefly, you have, you have, a little thing, you're entertaining someone for a little bit, didn't work out, you stop talking to them, then all of a sudden, all of your matches are men who look like him and live in his area. And I noticed that, anytime I'd talk to another, they would all be, saying the same things to me, oh, we should go here, I want to take you out here or whatever, we should do this activity. It would always be, the same activity, the same type of restaurants. They seem to know what they seem to, know, what activities I did if I went on a date with someone, which was very rare. What I did on that date, they seem to be all, clued in on, you know what I mean? They would all tell me the same things, tell me we should be doing the same activity, give me the whole same, oh, we should go here, we should do this. They would all say the same things. You know what I mean? I noticed, and then they would start, playing games with me, mind games and stuff, and it was always the same mind game, and I'm I wouldn't be surprised if the guys on this website are also part of, a gang, and they're trying to do some type of mind control operation on me. I think, and that's all, and that's why I don't actively date. It's because I think it's, another opportunity for the government or for whatever it is to perform mind control on me. I'm literally opening the doors by being here, send me a handler. You know what I mean? Here, send me somebody who, you're literally giving these people, these gang people, an opportunity to mess with you by being because that's really a good person they can do it with is someone you're dating or someone you're seeing even briefly. That's someone who, if that person is working for that gang, that's a great opportunity for them to mess with you. So I think that's what when I date and stuff like that, that's what happens. They just set it's an opportunity for them to send someone to me to mess with me, and that's why I don't do it.